Hi, this is Alan with HeadphoneReviewHQ.com, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Audio-Technica ATH CKS77 in-ear headphones. Alright, so the first thing I want to mention, just because it made me feel good when I opened it, was this little velvety type case that it comes, or carrying pouch that it comes with. It was just a nice touch. So that being said, here we go. The way that you open this thing is you just push it down like your old little wallet that your grandpa gave you when you were like 3 years old. So you pull your headphones out, and again, much like anything, if you have your ear tips down in there, these are inevitably going to pull them out and dump them on the floor, so you might want to leave your extra tips at home. Build quality and fit and finish of the CKS77s. Here you can see on the back side of the piece that it's got the Audio-Technica logo with a nice looking metal ring around it. So these do look really sweet. In the middle section here you can see that there's an extended bass section. That's where they're creating their solid bass. And then on that side you actually have the ear tip that goes in. Right above that here you can see where they indicate whether it's the left or the right ear, and right beside that they have the model number, just in case you forget. So that is the way that thing looks. This comes with a 3.5mm right angle connector. As with most Audio-Technica headphone products, this is gold plated, so you get a great connection. One thing that does bug me about these is most in-ear headphones do come with a clip, like a sliding clip, so that you can kind of tuck it tight underneath your chin. These do not, so you basically just have a lot of cable dangling off of you. I wish they did have the clip on there. It's not a deal breaker, but you know, something to be aware of. Finishing up on the build quality, the cable is pretty thick, and it's fairly long. It's about 4.5 feet long, and it does seem to be a fairly solid build quality, so no issues there. Okay, so if you've never done in-ear headphones before, it's very important that you put these in correctly. If you don't, one of two things will happen. One, you'll either hurt the inside of your ear, or two, you won't get the proper seal and you won't get the sound that you would expect to get out of your new set of in-ear headphones. So that being said, this is how you do it. This is the left, as indicated by the L on there, and what you do is you pull up on the top of your ear and you take this and you kind of just wiggle it into place and you shove it down in there pretty far, and then you let go of the top of your ear. And when it's all done, you should not have any pressure in your inner ear, but it should feel almost muffled a little bit, like you have an earplug in, and that's pretty much all there is to it. A tip for you: when you wear in-ear headphones, a lot of times there's noise that travels up and goes into your ear from bouncing off your shirt or just moving around, and that's called microphonics. One way to reduce that quite a bit is you can take this cable and just loop it up over the top of your ear and down around behind your ear. And this is still in the way it was before, except now when your shirt's rattling against the cable, that noise basically stops right here, most of it anyways, and then that way you get a cleaner sound in your headphones. And another good thing about this is if you're a runner or you do any exercise with your headphones on, this will also keep it from pulling out. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm pulling down pretty hard on that and they stay in place, whereas if you go like this and you pull down, it'll just pull straight out. So that is a nice helpful tip for you. You don't have to go out and buy an expensive set of in-ear sport headphones. You can use these, just wrap them up over the top of your ears. The comfort of the CKS77s are actually pretty outstanding. They are comfortable for two reasons. One, you can see this part where the tip is, that sticks out, and that's the only piece that goes in your ear. And so there's no discomfort to your inner ear when you're trying to put these in. A lot of in-ear headphones are kind of chunky around that area, and they kind of cause a little bit of discomfort. The other thing is the tips on these, the silicone that they're made of, they're hard enough to where they don't collapse when you put them in your ear, but they're also soft enough to where they create a good seal on your inner ear, to where they leave enough room for air to get through so they won't actually create any pressure. These remind me of the Sony hybrid tips that a lot of people go and buy to replace the tips that ship with their other in-ear headphones. So Audio-Technica probably has some of the most comfortable in-ear tips on the market. Okay, so let's talk about isolation. First, I'm going to turn this up. I cannot turn these up all the way, because if I do, I will blow out my eardrums. These things are so loud. So I'm probably going to turn this up to about 75%, which is louder than I would ever want to listen to. And then you'll be able to hear what anybody around me would hear while I was listening. That's at 75%. All right, and what is normally probably normal listening volume is about halfway on this, and that's where I'm at now. All right, and as far as isolation about people around me, these don't really block out that much sound. I can hear just about everything in the room. It's slightly muffled, so these are not headphones you would get to try and block out noise at all. Bass of the CKS77s. This is what I expected the bass to sound like when I reviewed the WS55s. After watching that dubstep video, you just get it in your head that you're getting ready to get this like bass experience. Well, where I felt a little bit left out on that, these brought me back. These things will slam. They're absolutely incredible and they're fun. They sound great. Rock, rap, hip hop, R&B, pop, jazz, anything that you want a good, strong, just aggressive bass line on, these things are great. And what I like about the bass on these, other than the fact that they just have that boost already, is the fact that it's not just boosted in one particular frequency range. If you're listening to anything with bass that goes up and down, it's consistent in its volume going up and down. The notes are articulated. These just do a great job with it, and they're fun to listen to. They're a lot of fun. They definitely are boosted over. They're not a balanced sound between the bass, mid-range, and the highs. So you're definitely getting more punch with these. But if that's what you want, these are great for you. The mid-range in the CKS77s is actually pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised by it. I didn't know what to expect. They're not quite as lush as some other headphones that I listen to, but if you're not bouncing back and forth between headphones doing reviews like I do, you probably wouldn't notice that much. They really do sound nice. They might be a little bit laid back, just slightly veiled, but overall I really enjoyed the sound of the mid-range on these. The treble in these are also very nice. They're not the most open and airy that I've ever heard, but on the flip side, they do contain plenty of detail, and they'll go extremely loud without becoming sibilant or harsh, which is a huge positive. So something I'm going to start adding into some of these reviews, because I get a lot of questions on this, is the volume and whether these need amping or anything like that. The CKS77s do not require an amp. I don't recommend an amp with them. If you get one, you will blow your eardrums out. These things are some of the absolute loudest headphones I've put in my ears that will get powered straight from my iPhone 3GS. They literally go so loud that I can't turn them up all the way. And they have plenty of power to go. 50%, maybe 60 is normal listening volume, 70 to 80 is loud. Anything above that and you're gonna risk damaging your ears. So you will not need to amp these with anything. I mean, even the weakest players will do these justice. Closing thoughts on the CKS77s. I loved these headphones. These were what I expected the WS55s to be after watching that dubstep video that I'll put a link below for. These were the driving bass, the aggressive, the punchy, the just smashing bass that I was expecting. And they're a lot of fun. I mean, that's what I was looking forward to. So the other thing that I really liked about these was that they're as good from volume 10 all the way up to 95. I mean, if you want to listen to your music quietly, these will do it. And if you want to listen to it louder, they will do it. And they'll probably damage your ears. But they're fantastic. And the mids and the highs are proportionate to the bass. The bass is boosted and it's loud, but it never seems to overtake anything else, which is a beautiful thing. If you're a fan of hip hop, rap, R&B, jazz, anything that has that punchy bass that you've just been yearning to get more of, these will do it. And I mean, they'll do a great job of it, and you don't have to have any special equipment to get to that level. My iPhone 3GS powered these just fine, and they went every bit as loud as I ever wanted them to be. So again, final wrap up, I really enjoyed these. If you're a fan of bass and you want that extra punch, these are a great set of headphones. What did you think about these, baby? Did you like those? You like those? Yes. Awesome. So Thanks for watching my video review of the Audio Technica ATH CKS77 in-ear headphones. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the form below, whether you're on my site at headphonereviewhq.com, whether you're on YouTube. I will personally answer any questions or comments that you have. And if you do plan on buying these, again, I really enjoyed these, but if you do plan on buying them, please use my link below to head over to Amazon and check them out. By doing so, you won't get charged anymore, but basically if you do decide to buy them, then I'll earn a small fee off of it, and that'll help me bring you more reviews in the future. And if you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Please don't give me a thumbs down. I don't like it. It hurts my feelings, and you know, I don't want to cry or anything. So also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Any new videos that I post up, you'll get notified, and then you can go up and watch them. And check out my other videos, and I'll be bringing you more here in the near future. Thanks.